This man shot the 67-year-old that had been preying on his 14-year-old daughter. Now, there has been a case update if you've heard of this case before. This is the case of Aaron Spencer. Aaron Spencer is a father from Lonoke County who last month shot and killed the man that had been preying on his child. Now, his 14-year-old daughter had been getting preyed on by a 67-year-old named Michael Fossler. Michael Fossler had already been arrested and charged with crimes against this particular 14-year-old. So the Spencer family says that they were afraid for the welfare of their daughter when, on October 8th, she went missing. They were afraid for the welfare of their daughter because Michael Fossler, due to what he was going to be charged with, had a lot to lose. So on the 8th, when the 14-year-old went missing, the Spencer family called police and notified police that she was missing. While police were on their way to the Spencer house, Aaron Spencer started looking for his daughter, like any father would. Now, Aaron Spencer happened to find his 14-year-old in the vehicle with that same 67-year-old man, Michael Fossler. Now, we don't know really what happened between Aaron Spencer and Michael Fossler or even what was said, but there was some sort of altercation, and as a result of that altercation, Aaron Spencer fired a weapon at Michael Fossler, and Michael Fossler died. So that night, Aaron Spencer was arrested and charged with second-degree murder, or that's what he was arrested on. He was bonded out of jail, and we've been waiting to see whether the prosecutor was actually going to charge Aaron Spencer with this crime. I think that we can all agree that Aaron Spencer was probably protecting his daughter from this man who, like I said, had been preying on her for months. He had charges of SAing this same 14-year-old that had been filed against him. So this week, it did come out that the Lonoke County prosecutor is choosing to prosecute Aaron Spencer for the shooting. He has been officially charged with second-degree murder. Now, I do want to read this to you. This was on the Book of Faces. It was put out there by Aaron Spencer's sister. Please keep my brother Aaron Spencer and his family in your prayers. The prosecutor has still not dropped the ridiculous charges against him. In 4 days, on December 2nd, he has his plea hearing in Lonoke County, Arkansas. They need all the love, support, and prayers during this time. For those of you that have not heard my brother's story, the brief details are this. My niece, 14-year-old, got raped by Michael Fossler, a 67-year-old, in July 2024. He was arrested and released on a ridiculously low bond. His next court case, I think she meant court hearing, wasn't until December when my niece would have been testifying against him. Even though the court put a no contact order against Michael Fossler and my niece, it was only a piece of paper to him. Fast forward to October. My brother, Aaron Spencer, wakes up in the middle of the night to find my niece missing. Aaron and my sister-in-law call the police, and then Aaron does what any father would do and gets in his truck to look for his missing daughter. He finds Michael Fossler with his daughter, but Fossler won't let her go. Aaron tried everything in his power to get this monster to release his daughter, but he would not. Aaron was able to stop this predator's truck, and Michael Fossler gets out trying to attack Aaron, who has to defend himself and his 14-year-old daughter by shooting Michael Fossler. My brother Aaron Spencer got arrested, and they are trying to charge him with first-degree murder. My brother is an Army veteran, a wonderful father, husband, brother, friend, and an active member in the community. He would give anyone the shirt off of his back. He needs all our prayers during this horrific time. Our justice system is broken. Predators are roaming the streets, and the only thing standing between the predator and our children are us parents. Things need to change in our society. And there is also an update with this. It says update Aaron's first court hearing, which is his plea hearing, is Monday, December 2nd, 9 a.m. at Lonoke County Courthouse in Arkansas, which is at 301 North Center Street, Lonoke, Arkansas, 72086. The prosecutor just came out and said he will be charging Aaron with second-degree murder. And then they have changed where the court hearing will be. They changed it to the Sheriff's Office Courtroom, 440 DD Lane, Lonoke, Arkansas. There's also a statement that has been put out by the attorneys that are representing Aaron Spencer. It says the following statement from Laster and Casanelli attorneys, Aaron Elizabeth Casanelli and Michael Kaiser in regards to charges filed today against our client, Aaron Spencer. We have learned today that the Lonoke County prosecuting attorney has filed second-degree murder charges with an enhancement seeking a higher sentence for the use of a firearm against our client, Aaron Spencer. We are not just disappointed, we are outraged by this decision. Aaron Spencer is a decorated war hero who protected his country and a loving father whose heroic actions protected his family. He is certainly not a criminal. He did what any father would do and any trained combat veteran would do to protect his child from a predator. This predator repeatedly violated his child and, undeterred by criminal charges and release on a low bond that pales in comparison to what was required of Aaron, kidnapped her in the dark of night to continue his assaults on her. The systemic failures for decades that permitted this man to continue his abuses of women and children for years culminated in his facing a father who finally stopped him. No matter what the prosecuting attorney may do to Aaron, he was able to save his child and prevent this man's continued acts of sexual violence against the most vulnerable among us. Nothing could be more important than that. While this prosecutor has made clear his intent to send Aaron to prison, even targeting his use of a legally owned firearm, and in spite of his past experiences in combat in this country, it is not the prosecutor who ultimately decides justice, it is the citizens. We believe the citizens of this county and of this state will not allow this injustice, that this community will not allow a father protecting his child from a serial predator to be treated as a criminal. The repeated traumas Aaron's family has endured over the last 6 months are unimaginable. Sadly, the prosecutor's decision perpetuates these horrors instead of protecting legitimate victims and punishing true criminal offenders. Instead of targeting this heroic father, the prosecutor should be working to figure out how the system failed to protect this innocent victim and instead resulted in her father having to do so. We appreciate the support of so many who have voiced their outrage over the treatment Aaron, his child, and the rest of his family have suffered. We will stand up and fight for our right to protect ourselves and our children and will not be deterred by this unjust decision. Please keep Aaron and his family in your prayers as they continue to heal from past events while now managing a criminal case. We look forward to Aaron's day in court and to the end of this family's nightmare. So with that being said, I will continue to update anytime that I see an update in this case. I'm definitely going to put it on my calendar and follow it to the best of my ability. I do want to add this one final thought though. How is it that we live in a state that time and again has chosen to protect those that harm children over the children themselves? I just don't understand it. Maybe someone could explain that to me.